Failure stands tall!
Jeez, Naruto. No need to call her a failure. I have nothing to say about the heart. However, what the hell is this flashbang transition? It feels so out of place. Speaking of out of place, Neji and Hinata don't appear to be close to each other at all in these shots. I knew it was too good to be true. They finally did it to my man Choji. Look at this. Choji's earring is missing, but Shikamaru and Ino have theirs. I can't tell who these guys are. One is Kurenai, but the other two don't look like Ibiki or Hiruzen. The Jinto Fist is actually built different. Neji shot his chakra through Hinata's headband and it still did damage. Not only that, but Neji managed to make some of Hinata's blood defy the laws of gravity and appear on his hand. Also, don't think I didn't notice this. We actually get to see Neji hitting one of Hinata's Tenketsu points here.
I'm not done yet.
There's a few things I want to talk about in this scene. Number 1, it doesn't make sense why Hinata didn't use Jinto Fist on Neji's arm. She could have at least hit one of Neji's vital Tenketsu points like Neji did to her instead of slapping his arm away. I'm not saying that would have shifted the tide of the battle or anything, just that she could have walked away saying she dealt 8 points of damage to Neji. And before you jump on me about her Tenketsu points being blocked, considering she's still using the Jinto Fist now, she must be able to generate some amount of chakra to use it. 2, I love how they showed Neji perceive and react to Hinata's attack. The scene could have gone from Hinata's launch to Neji's counterattack, but instead we got a glimpse of the prodigy in action. My only problem with this scene is that it leads into the third thing that I want to go over. Number 3, the repeat of Neji catching Hinata's arm and poking it is unnecessary. It doesn't make Neji seem more badass, which is what I think they were trying to accomplish. Instead, they should have focused more on Neji's perception instead of just showing his eyes widen. Showing us Neji's POV like they did during the fight with Kirimara would have made this scene flow much better. At this point in the series, I'm willing to wager a majority of the audience is rooting for Hinata. Seeing Hinata move in slow motion towards Neji as he confidently caught her wrist would have had us shook. Then after we see Neji pull up Hinata's sleeve to reveal he's been owning her for the whole fight right under our notice would have made all hope that we had in our temporary protagonist leap from our bodies with the swiftness.
That's right. I could see your chakra points the whole time.
To touch on this scene as well, how didn't Hinata notice her Tenketsu points were being hit? I'm not sure how she didn't feel any of it, considering Neji is literally injecting his chakra into her arm, but I guess Neji is just too nice with it. However, that doesn't explain why Hinata wasn't able to see the chakra flow in her arm being disrupted. She clearly didn't see Neji's attacks, which is a huge speed feat for Neji considering she also has Byakugan enhanced perception, I might add. But you'd think she'd be able to at the very least see her own arms. If she had, she'd easily see the chakra in her arm was being disrupted. There's no reason why Hinata wouldn't be able to see Neji's Tenketsu points as well. Sure, Hinata isn't nearly as skilled, so she probably can't pinpoint them at high speeds as easily as Neji can, but if she can't see the Tenketsu points at all, she literally just has a worse Sharingan. This may just be headcanon, but I'm pretty sure Neji only deactivated his Byakugan because Hinata deactivated hers. Neji may be a cocky bastard, but at least he doesn't underestimate his opponent.
Look, Hinata. I'm completely out of your league, and that won't change.
I know Neji is giving this speech for character development on he and Hinata's part, plus it drives Naruto's plotline forward. But Neji constantly telling Hinata to forfeit the match feels more like the writers are more focused on making us dislike Neji. I know Neji's thing at the time is fate can't be changed, and he hates Hinata, so he's trying to inflict bonus psychic damage on her. But him constantly nagging her feels a bit drawn out, especially when he could just walk up and bonk her. Once again, that's not to say I don't see the importance of this scene. Hinata's character development is notable. She went from being so timid that she couldn't even hand Naruto healing ointment to confidently rushing Neji to throw hands. Now she's in a situation where we'd ordinarily expect her to surrender, except she doesn't due to the Talk no Jutsu buff Naruto granted her last episode. Establishing Neji's destiny ideology before Naruto's fight with him was important as well. We found out a little bit of background information about the Hyūga from Lee, and now we're getting more insight to Neji's philosophy. It's definitely better that they ease it into Neji's background. I just don't think having Neji verbally teabag Hinata was the play.
I never go back on my word.
I'm not going to run away!
Because that too is my ninja way.
I had no idea that Hinata's as tough as she is.
She is a lot like you.
You know, come to think of it, she is always watching you.
Huh?
That's factual. Hinata first fell for Naruto when they were kids. He defended her from some bullies, which is what originally got her attention. Even if Naruto didn't realize Hinata had a crush on him, he should have at the very least noticed he had a Skyrim courier tracking him down. Also, I stated earlier that it was Naruto's Talk no Jutsu buff that inspired Hinata, but that was only half true. Like Sakura stated, Hinata has been paying close attention to Naruto. Before his match against Kiba, all Hinata ever heard from Naruto was him talking the talk, but he was never able to walk the walk. A few episodes back, I brought up how Sakura and Sasuke generally respect Naruto as a shinobi now. That's only because Naruto started backing up his words. The moment he did that, he instantly got respect from his peers, which was nice to see. Even Neji started to glitch out when he saw Hinata's resolve. He literally couldn't compute Hinata not being the same little girl she was way back when.
Bring it on.
Honestly, this was a misplay by Hinata. Neji is only matching her energy, and at this point she can't even use gentle fists anymore, so she may as well just throw hands.
This match is as good as over. I never imagined there would be someone this powerful here. I'm afraid that even as strong as Sasuke is, he's no match for Neji.
I know Kakashi is talking about current Sasuke, but the main difference between current Sasuke and the Sasuke that fought Gaara is the latter is faster and knows Chidori. Sasuke was only moving as fast as Base Lee, and Base Lee is nowhere near fast enough to beat Neji. For those that think Sasuke would beat Neji, if you're going to argue Sasuke can blitz Neji, then you must also argue Base Lee can blitz and dog Neji as well. If Sasuke gets in close, then he gets his Sengetsu points close. If he tries to fight him from range, Neji uses rotation. If Sasuke tries to blitz with Chidori, Neji uses rotation. Then all of that chakra Sasuke used gets reflected back at him. Anything Sasuke tries to do to Neji outright fails. Hey look, Neji officially has Gaara's stamp of approval. The disrespect to my man Choji. They did it to him again.
Doesn't it seem like the difference in strength makes it unfair? He's just way too strong. It's a mismatch.
What? How is Sakura going to call this a mismatch? Yet she had no problems when Shino was dogging on Zaku. It's not like Neji is playing with his food. He's holding back and telling her to FF.
Go, Hinata! You can do it!
Strength has come back into her eyes.
This may just be me, but sometimes I feel Talk No Jutsu amps characters in stupid ways. This scenario being a prime example. The CW Flash does the same thing.
You can stop it. You can do this. Now run, Barry, run!
Neji doesn't appear to be using Jutsu Fist here. Instead, he opted for raw taijutsu like he did against Lee. Speaking of taijutsu, this shot looks amazing. You can really tell that the two are using the same style by the way they flow off of each other. I mean, just look at them. Each attack block leads straight into an attack, and although they seem relatively equal here, it's still apparent that Neji has the advantage by how comfortable he is fighting high and low, while Hinata tries her best to stay on her feet. Per usual, we're getting flashbacks of characters currently fighting. Somehow the blood is invisible in this shot, but in the succeeding shot it is. Her palms aren't bloody either, so I'm guessing that's old blood, which means they didn't even clean the pads.
She put every ounce of her being into her training. I saw it with my own eyes.
Well, Hiyashi definitely didn't. She should have had that same energy with him.
Naruto, until now, I have always done the watching. But now, finally, you're the one watching me. And I'll show you what I can do. Naruto!
I feel like there's only two reactions for this scene. Either your jaw drops or you burst out laughing.
I want to change myself into something better.
I didn't realize this my first few times watching the series, and I'm honestly not sure how. They went pretty hard on foreshadowing Naruto vs Neji. I guess I was just too immersed into the show to pass the perception check.
Since she's no longer able to continue this match...
No! Don't stop this match!
Naruto! What on earth are you doing? Hinata's had it. You can see she's unconscious, can't you?
This is the first time I'm hearing Hinata be pronounced as Hinata. Now I'm questioning how many times I've missed it being pronounced that way. Also, let it be known that Naruto's sensory ability is greater than anyone else's. His sensory abilities even trump the Jonin. Another thing, what the heck is going on with Naruto's mouth here? He's randomly changing expressions. It kinda goes unnoticed since we're focused on Sakura talking, but even Sakura reacts to Naruto's facial expressions. Speaking of facial expressions, look how shook Neji is. Neji is completely mind blown because not only did Hinata tank his attack, but she still has her fighting spirit. I'm telling you, Neji's mind is programmed with set outcomes. Hinata wasn't even supposed to fight, and now she's suddenly showing monstrous levels of willpower. That's why Neji completely loses his cool and tries to kill her. His reality is being challenged and his brain is shutting down due to cognitive dissonance. In order to protect his perceived reality, he felt the need to eliminate the new source of information, aka Hinata.
It doesn't matter. I'm not going to let myself look bad. Not now. Not in front of the person I admire most. who's finally seeing the real me.
I honestly thought Naruto and Hinata were going to get a lot closer after this fight. Naruto finally acknowledged Hinata and learned that she admires him. Logically, that'd be the next step for their characters. But man, was I wrong. Anyone else notice Dosu just vibing in his lonesome up there? Man is introverted as hell. I was going to give a deeper analysis on this scene, but it really all comes down to this. Neji says, "You're down bad," and Hinata goes, then Neji gets triggered and tries to kill her. The voice telling Neji to stop sounded like Kiba to me at first, but considering Kiba got carried away, that doesn't make any sense. Upon further inspection, I noticed Hayate's mouth appears to be moving, but that doesn't sound like Hayate's voice at all. Let me know who y'all think that voice belongs to down in the comments. This scene is so simple, so basic, yet it's still so exhilarating. Other than Hayate, the Jonin were so far away, yet they appear to instantly teleport into position to restrain Neji. Throughout the series, we've been seeing how powerful the Genin are. Since the Genin are the main focus, some of us may have forgotten just how powerful the Jonin are, so to have the 4 Jonin blitz Neji and easily restrain him is a subtle reminder that compared to all the Genin, Neji is that guy, but compared to the Jonin, he's corn. Also, I just like to comment on how you can see bits of the Jonin's personality from how they're restraining Neji. Hayate is following standard procedure and being extremely formal. Kakashi is big chill action. Guy is rather serious because Neji is his student, and Kurenai is affectionate. Her stance does look really dramatic versus what you would deem affectionate, but she kinda looks like an anime protagonist who just TP'd in and caught the antagonist's arm to protect their friend. At least to me. And that's pretty fitting, to be honest, since Hinata is her student and she cares a lot about her.
Do you think I changed? Maybe a little?
It may seem like Hinata said those words out loud, but after she faced the black, her voice gains that thinking sound effect. I don't know what to call it. It could be a similar situation as a few episodes back where Kakashi did the same thing when he was talking to Naruto, but it turns out he was actually speaking out loud since Naruto heard him and responded, but I don't think that's the case.
Hey you, loser.
Why did he respond to loser? Come on, Naruto. Also, where in the tarnation did Guy's eyebrows go? They should definitely be visible considering how bushy they are, and they show in every other shot no matter the angle. This shot isn't any better, to be honest. His hair isn't showing, and I'm not even sure what this is, but it definitely isn't an ear.
What are you doing?
Naruto, I get where you are coming from, believe me. But the rules say, all fighting must be done officially in a match. It's be done officially in a match.
Be done officially in a match. Be done officially in a match.
How is that, Guy-sensei?
Good one, Lee. Nice going.
I love Lee and Guy's relationship. It never gets old to me. Does Shino suddenly have freckles, or are those supposed to be bug holes?
She has no pulse.
Oh shit, I better hurry up and use Talk No Jutsu. Two completely different anime, I know. But this scene really reminds me of Bardock, a Saiyan from Dragon Ball Z. Naruto wipes his fingers to the blood to do a blood pact of sorts in the name of his friend. Bardock did a similar thing when he found his comrade near death. After wiping the blood from his comrade's body, the white cloth somehow became dyed red. To honor his comrade, Bardock wore the bloody cloth as a headband. Episode 47 is down and in the playlist. I'm really trying to improve the quality as we continue going forward through the series. The 17th marks 7 months since I started this channel. I appreciate all the support that I received from you guys so far. I just want to say thank you all so much. My current milestone is to reach 500 subscribers. If you want to help me reach my goal, be sure to leave a like on the video to help the content reach our Shinobi brothers and sisters across the land. I'll see you all in the next video. Deuces.
Ninja art and the video jutsu.